If anything exemplifies the creeping spread of what's happening to the UK, it's this. A man aged in his 20s is understood to be fighting for his life in hospital following an acid attack at a property in Lipson Road, Plymouth. Okay, that's plenty bad enough, but now for some god unknown reason, the two culprits are wandering around quaint villages in Wiltshire still on the run, namely Grittleton, population 539. A village which looks like this. And also they're potentially roaming around nearby Chippenham, which looks like this. The juxtaposition of these two savages given what they've done. Walking around picturesque villages in Wiltshire is really something to behold. In Grittleton, they actually knocked on someone's door and asked if they could charge their phones, claiming that their car had broken down. If that happened in any big city or relatively big town in England, the majority of residents wouldn't consider for a second even opening the door. Not only did some old geezer in this little village open the door, he invited them in and allowed them to charge their phones, maybe offered them tea and biscuits, then drove them to the train station. This is how a high-trust society dies. Despite local media prominently featuring CCTV images of the two suspects, you know, because there might be something worthwhile in enlisting the help of the public to track down two literal acid attackers, the BBC's short report on the story was missing something quite noticeable. See if you can guess what it is. I'm surprised they even included the description that they were black males at all, but why not use the CCTV image? I mean, what are they afraid of? A copyright claim on the picture? Also note how this is just an obscure, minor local interest story. As if acid attacks and the people who perpetrated them hiding out in quiet English villages is something completely normal now. It's a question I've heard so many times before. Paul, you're nearly pushing middle age. Alright, rude. How come you look 10 years younger than you are? Only 10? Well, it's not rocket science. It's called regularly moisturising your face and having a good skincare routine. That's why I'm excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. They help men start and maintain a skincare routine by simplifying the entire process. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of all the dirt and grime on your skin. A 2 times a week exfoliating scrub to get rid of all the dead skin cells. An AM moisturiser with SPF 20, because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturiser to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Their products have made my skin look and feel healthier than ever. But you don't have to just take my word for it. They've got over 7,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers around the world. And because Tiege is sponsoring this video, they're offering you an amazing deal. Just click the link in the description to get 30% off your first skincare system and a free gift. Plus, as a member, you'll also get 20% off for life. By the way, both gifts you're choosing from are $20 value and are complete game changers. A silicone body scrubber or a nail and face grooming kit. They've pouched it up all nice as well. Personally, I prefer the silicone body scrubber because it just feels so soft and silky on the skin. Ooh, not gonna lie, that does feel nice. So don't wait any longer. Click the link in the description box down below to start your skincare journey today. Through a glass darkly, what you're seeing now is just the tip of a growing iceberg. Some will become desensitized to it, but many will not. You're witnessing the future battle lines, the forces that will ultimately polarize people. Things will fast accelerate now that the diverse multicultural society of shady, hoodie-wearing, acid-throwing migrants is reaching the archetypal, idyllic, sleepy English village. More people will be radicalized in favor of removing them from Britain. These men were spotted in the village of Grittleton, a sleepy Wiltshire village recorded in the Domesday Book. Quaint rural villages are not built to withstand this kind of low-trust savagery. Grittleton is the kind of place where nothing much happens. Its nearest large settlement is Chippenham, itself a quaint market town of 37,000. It's easy to romanticize what Britain was like when it was a high-trust society many years ago. But villages like these preserve something of that world. You can still find places like this across England. They're usually older communities most young people leave for the relative economic vibrance of the cities. As such, much of the population is vulnerable, but that didn't matter in the past. People looked after one another and the population was sheltered from the kind of violence which unfortunately scars many of our inner cities. But not anymore. The scale and pace of mass migration with its associated problems means that nowhere is immune from this kind of behaviour. Over in France, President Macron announced a plan to disperse migrants throughout the countryside. Presumably because they're running out of space in the cities, and presumably because they're also keen on desensitising the rural folk to the unbounded joys and benefits of diversity. An agenda also being pushed by our political class, because they appear to believe it's automatically racist for people to want to live in areas that that are still overwhelmingly white. Apparently, the received wisdom being handed down by our metropolitan elites is that this can only ever be a bad thing. And who could argue? Surely the addition of a healthy dollop of diversity can only ever be a net positive.
If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website, modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.